Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey. You're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored match build-up show ahead of Liverpool's final home game of the season against Crystal Palace. As the previous build-up suggests, home game. It's at Anfield. I'm joined by Chris Pajak and John Machin to talk about this game. First and foremost, Chris, last home game of the season. Is there any feeling of relief?
I think there is. I really just kind of want this season to be over. I want to forget about it. I want to move forward. I want to be positive again. I want to just look to the future and think that we can win the league next season. I'm just a deluded Liverpool fan, and that's what it's about at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, and so what? If we always think we can win the league, it's better than going into a season thinking you're shit and you can't, and having no hope whatsoever. Like, it's mental.
Yeah, any excuse to shoe on it in as well. It's. I mean, for me, Dad, I agree with all of Chris's sentiments, to be fair. But you know, the one relevant to the question was I've had enough of this season. I'm done. You know, there's nothing more to play for. There's only that, maybe getting some excitement about maybe seeing a few kids or trying a new formation or something.
Well, I'm just thinking about next season then. You know, I'm thinking...
You're on the beach?
Exactly like Chris? No, not yet.
I wish.
You've had considerably less holidays this season than last.
I have.
That's Liverpool's cup run that's done that. Liverpool's abortive cup runs are basically...
I haven't been out of the country since we went to Madrid.
I know.
Really?
That's a long time for me, that.
Yeah.
Like on cold turkey after you had 9 holidays last year or something.
Yeah, absolutely. But is it?
No, I mean, I'm done with this season now. I just, yesterday Chelsea game was the end of it for me.
Feels like a testimonial.
And with Gerrard leaving, that's probably what it's going to feel like, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because of it's skewed it by the home game being the penultimate game rather than the last game. Because at least with Carragher, it was the last game. It gave you that real thing. Whereas at the minute, I feel kind of like, yeah, that's great. I'm really looking forward to seeing Gerrard's last game. Not because it's Gerrard's last game, but because I'm just looking forward to it, you know what I mean? To give him, I want to make sure he gets a send-off, and I want to add my voice to the weight of positive voices shouting and screaming and clapping and giving him every ounce of praise and credit that we can possibly give him in the sort of flesh before he goes. But once that's done, fucking Stoke, man. Fucking Stoke away.
What are you going to be in the country? I'm fucking done, like.
Going to be in a ditch somewhere in Berlin, like. But, it's that, I am looking forward to this game, but there is of course a relief that the season is finally winding down. Actually, as opposed to the way it just wound down in a football sense for a month. But yeah, get past it. But yeah, I'm feeling a sense of relief because I think that we do need this season to be over. It's been. I
just want to get on now with trying to fix things. I want to see who we're going to sign. I want to see. What formation we're playing next season. I just want to get on with next season, right? Exactly. Yeah. Chris is exactly right.
I'm looking forward to a break, all that being said. I'm looking forward to a few weeks of, I've reached football saturation. But it's always hard, particularly, it's new for us in recent years, to go that close to the title, then you go straight into a World Cup, and then you come back around again, and you have the difficulties that we've had this season. Much probably like when Kenny left Liverpool, in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be itching to get back into it again. I'll be dying in on. I'll be checking every website and every back page for scraps of Liverpool information, which is why we'll be here throughout the summer in case anyone's
quite an interesting
wondering.
Point actually, Paul, because my routine of checking your team talks and your BBCs and your news now it's really waned over the last month. Like, I actually looked on Team Talk for the first time like yesterday, I think, for about 3 weeks. Yeah, and that kind of.
It's like the match of the day thing and everything, isn't it? Like, I haven't watched match of the day start to finish in about 6 months because I just, you know what I mean. It doesn't have that we've not been great, of course, but more and more to get toward the end of the season, you just the team have scored goals. Fucking good on yous, good on them scoring goals.
Look at them. Taking 9 months to fucking work out how to score goals.
But yeah, obviously we've still got a couple of weeks left to go in the season, so by all means stay tuned to Redmen TV.
We're excited.
We're not on the beach just yet, don't worry. But I think that's got to be the consistent tone throughout all Liverpool fans. There's some people who are just angry, and they want the season over so there can be conclusive decisions on their anger. And whether they can amp it up or turn it down or whatever with regards to the manager and blah blah blah. But like I say, I'm not asked about the managerial argument. We'll do more of that when the season's over, I guess. But for me, I'm proactive. I am. I seem far more interested in how we go about solving the problems rather than like stressing out about them, I guess. So let's focus anyway on the game rather than our general lamentations about football. Steven Gerrard's last Anfield game, because there's going to be a lot of grown men with something in their eye.
There'll be a lot of them. I'll be one of them.
I genuinely think, and I'm not ashamed to say this, I think I might cry. There it is. I'm putting it out there. Steven Gerrard, because look, I was very sad when Carragher ended his career.
You're sitting next to me, I'll know.
Oh, yeah.
You need to sell your ticket.
Oh, shit, yeah. Anyone want a ticket? Anyone want a ticket to the game? Let us know. Tweet us on the Redmen TV. We'll find someone to love it. But anyway, I was upset when Carragher left because I love Jamie Carragher. But Steven Gerrard, it's not just sad because you're losing a great servant and a very, very good player. We're losing, in my opinion, the greatest player ever to play for Liverpool Football Club, and potentially the greatest player to ever play, past, present or future, who might ever play the game for Liverpool. And moreover, the fact that he's not retiring.
Yeah, that's a real kick in the teeth, isn't it?
Yeah, and so it's going to be a very, very sad thing.
Interesting, he was saying in his interview after Chelsea that he'll be back in 2 years. So his future, in his mind, is play for 2 years in LA and come back in some capacity at Liverpool. Although he did, say, depending on who's there and what they want and blah blah blah, because obviously he has no control over, what.
So what he's thinking, if Johnson's still there, I'm not coming back. Yeah, is that what he's saying?
If Johnson's still there, you think Will Beak can play, so can I.
It's probably in there, isn't it? To be but it's. Yeah, but for me, and again, we'll probably do more of this when the season's over, of course, or post Palace. I look at what Zidane's been doing for Real Madrid, for Gerrard. That's what if he gets his coaching badges and he's ready to make the step up, fine, great. Maybe we'll be like a Pep Guardiola, and that he'll come in and he'll be able to be a great manager for Liverpool, like Kenny was as well. But I think he should. I want Steven Gerrard back as a footballing ambassador, like same way Zidane is. Have him there, have him in training, but also have him in the stand and have him going out to meet people. And
he's a draw to players as well, isn't he?
He is. Or he has made himself the club, hasn't he? Everyone now associates Gerrard and Liverpool FC very much together. Don't they?
Well, how about you then, Dad? Because obviously, a slightly bigger pool of players to pull from when it comes to players you've seen come and go from the club and great servants. And Kenny was always your favourite Liverpool player. How will this compare for you? Do you think?
Well, when Kenny left, he obviously had become player manager. And then he left. He resigned as the manager in 1990. I was in bits. And someone broke the news to me when I was having lunch in a pub. At first, I just didn't believe it. I thought they were winding me up. And then, I was devastated. Absolutely devastated. So I can understand the people who've been brought up with Steven Gerrard and who think that he's the greatest player that ever lived at Liverpool will be totally devastated when he's gone.
What do you think kind of impact it's going to have on you?
Not so much. Yeah. Not much at all.
He's already heartbroken from Kenny still. He's got nothing more to give.
Yeah, we've no heart left.
That's it, gone. Kenny took your heart and ran away with it.
I'm sad that we're losing a good player. But I won't be in tears that Steven Gerrard is leaving, particularly. That's just football, isn't it? People get old and move on. Kenny was different because
cynic.
Kenny was not only
sat in a centenary for too long.
Kenny was not only the greatest player we'd ever seen or ever had at the club. He then became the first player manager ever to win the double, and became a top class. Gave us probably the best team we ever had. The one with Barnes, Beardsley, and Aldridge. And then he left, and you knew he didn't have to leave because he was a manager. He could have stayed forever.
Yeah.
And I would have had him there forever. And apparently, he said that if they'd asked me 2 weeks later to come back, I would have done.
What do you think of him going to Blackburn then?
I was pleased that he was back in the game and that he, and I was thrilled when they won the title because I just love it. You know, I mean, I can see that people might feel that same way about Steven Gerrard, but I haven't got that kind of emotional attachment into, you know.
I suppose, yeah. So it must be hard, isn't it? Because a guy, it's a generational thing, isn't it? Like the same way I was devastated when Fowler left.
Not
you know,
so,
yeah, and you know, so yeah, it has a different impact.
In fact, to be honest, I was more upset when Robbie left, I think, than I'll be when Steven Gerrard leaves.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I've literally grown up with Gerrard. You know, he's only a couple of years older than us, and he was just breaking into the team, and I was like, oh, that's a dream, breaking into the team, and then he's not that much older than me, so to see him then go, it's my career's over, I'm never going to play for Liverpool. That's what it is. Like,
he's got 3 years on him,
Chris. He's too old to play for Liverpool. I'm never going to do it.
He's got 3 years, it'll be fine.
You have to hope they bring back one of those television programs where they let people, you know, play for their club or whatever.
That would be sensational. You got to save some shots from Lazar Markovic this week. That was almost as good.
That's why they pulled Brad Jones' contract off the table.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the game, and before I do, of course, in the comments below, I want to know how you feel emotionally you're going to be come the end of this game at the weekend. Because like I say, I'll see. Maybe I'm more stoic than I think I am. But I can't see being there as well, being in the ground and the outflow of emotion. You'll be gone. You'll be off, Dad. Oh yeah. Don't want to get stuck on Queen's Drive. I'll be away. There'll be another one of him along. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on that. But yeah,
but that's the thing that who knows? I don't know how long it'll be, but maybe 10 years, 15 years time, 20 years, there'll be someone else at the club, and there'll be people your age thinking, this is the greatest player that's ever worn a shirt for Liverpool.
I suppose it's like I say, like the Fernando Torres thing. It did hurt when he left, but there were people who are like 5-10 years younger than us who are still devastated about it. But it's how much you relate to the players, I guess. But on that, I don't think there's ever going to be another Steven, you know, Scouse lad getting to become one of the best players in world football.
I mean, there will be great players. I mean, if Philip Coutinho is still at the club in 10 years' time, what will you feel when he's
true. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good point.
Not the same as Steven Gerrard, who's been there all his life, whatever, but you'll still feel it.
Yeah,
because
I suppose it's right, because again, it's not like Kenny came through the ranks, is it?
It's an end of an era thing, though. I think you touched on it then. It's the Scouse thing, you know. First of all, we had Carragher last season, and then Steven Gerrard, and there's no one. There's no Scousers in that side now. Flanagan was like the last.
He's done.
He's done, isn't he? He was the last of them. And
Jordan Rossiter, it's all on you, lad. Anyway, let's not fall into this pit of despair. Let's talk about the game.
Who are we playing?
Crystal Palace, apparently.
How can we pick them for his testimonial?
No, yeah. Was he involved in the 9-0? No. Dad, should Jerome Sinclair start this game? No. Why not?
I want to see us put on a show. I want to see us play well and win. I think winning the last 2 games, you know, is good for us. You know, I don't want to end the season on, you know, scrappy draws or whatever. I want us to go out and win. And if I want to see Lallana, Sterling, Coutinho, you know, possibly Markov, I want to see those players on the pitch running around like lunatics.
Yeah.
You know, ripping Crystal Palace apart.
You know what I want to see?
Goals.
At this point now, I didn't want to see it in a general sense. I want to see us miss out on the top 4 on goal difference. You know what I mean? Like, at this point now, the best we can possibly do this season is for Man United to lose the last 2 games, we win our last 2, and we finish. And you know, ultimately, we'll have still missed.
A point to the owners.
No. Just in general, just you know, because that's the best Liverpool can possibly do. You know, you know.
Sorry,
and the point is that when you look at it at the end of the season, ultimately, you know, we missed out. We didn't beat Chelsea, so we've ended our realistic hopes. Or realistic hopes of top 4 with 3 games to go. You know, when the final table comes out, the best Liverpool can possibly do now is that. So let's try and do that. So whether that means Jerome Sinclair, I think he should be on the bench again. I don't know what you know, and give him another run out certainly. But all that said, what are the best options for you, Chris, if we need to go out there and we need to go and put on this show, we need to go and score some goals, get some points?
Honestly, I think John probably touched on it there. I think it maybe be Lallana, Coutinho, Ibe, and then Sterling up front if you want to get a bit of a show on the road.
I want to see Coutinho back in that false 9 again, like against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was very exciting in there. You know, the fact of the matter is, it shouldn't be any. If you're playing a false 9, it should be whoever's nearest to that position at that time. If you're going to play those type of players.
The merry-go-round of a false 9.
Exactly, like. I think from the Sinclair thing, I think he absolutely should be involved, because I don't see why he wouldn't be. Yeah. Because ultimately, if you're going to put him on the bench against Chelsea and you're going to bring him on, what is the point of not then having him against Palace at home or Stoke away? What is the point?
And I'd have no problem with him being on the bench and coming on again, you know. But I don't want him to start. I want us to start our best team with the best chance of winning the game.
Yeah, I think
because of course, if we do lose it by goal difference, that means that United lose their last 2 games. What a way to finish the season: 5 defeats and a win.
Yeah, well, that would be lovely. It would be lovely. I think the thing just on the Sinclair thing is, let's not forget, he was a little bit younger, possibly slightly younger, but Michael Owen got those couple of games toward the end of the season, 96, 97, and they scored against Wimbledon and got everyone a little bit excited. I don't know whether Jerome Sinclair has that potential or whatever, but like I say, if he's good enough that Brendan Rodgers is prepared to put him in against the champions at Stamford Bridge, then I want to see him get that look in if possible. But I do agree. My fear is about the whole nostalgia thing, because I also want to see Ricky Lambert get some more games, because why not? It's going to probably his last 2 games for Liverpool. He hasn't done anything wrong as a Liverpool player, but there's so many conflicting things. Are we getting drawn in the emotional sense? Lucas Leiva should probably just fucking start this game and bring Gerrard off the bench. You know what I mean? What's building for the future here? Do we just do one last nostalgic hurrah at Anfield, and then Stoke, let's throw the kids in or something? I don't know. Comments below.
To renege slightly on what I said before, maybe it's a case of you go with the 3 behind 1 if you're looking to build for next season, and you go Sterling, Coutinho, and it doesn't actually matter who you're playing up front, because you want to get that midfield and defence sorted, and you want those 3 players.
But who do you put up front in that situation?
Lambert, in that case.
Okay.
Just because he's a scouser.
Well, this is it. We're stuck in this awkward middle ground, aren't we, between experimenting but also needing to give the fans a lift by not losing, by winning and maybe trying to score a few. At this point, I don't think there's anything we can do with the players we've got to score any goals. So we should either go to Coutinho or Sterling up front, or I think we should put Jerome Sinclair in. Why not? Why not? I do want Ricky Lambert to play, but again, if he's going, we're at this point now.
I want us to win and score some goals, so we come out the ground thinking,
go ahead.
Yeah, next season we're going to be pretty good.
But this is my point.
Deluding ourselves completely on the basis of the last game,
Yeah, but the point is about the goals thing. Like I say, if we knew how to score goals. Playing like 3 times already. There we go, staying on the floor. If we knew how to score goals, we'd have fucking done it at some point before. Exactly. We wouldn't be worried about, let's just finish on goal difference behind Man United in 5th. So do we just radical suggestions, please, on how we go about getting some goals?
It would be really nice to actually murder Palace.
Would be just
score loads of goals. And Arsenal beat United, and United to get really, really scared to death.
A nice Arsenal 6-0. That was it. It was actually in the agenda. Should we bother discussing the goal difference permutations with Man United? No, is the answer to that question. But yeah, this is the problem. Is it that there'll be some people out there going, if we beat Palace 6-0 and Man United get beat only 3-0 by Arsenal, then we go into the last game is just fuck off. Just fuck off. So a lot of people talk about how we were in position to win the league in February.
The team that can't score goals is going to.
It's going to click at the weekend against. I hope I'm wrong. I genuinely hope I'm wrong. I couldn't hope I'm wrong more than this. I really, really, really hope I'm wrong. But at this point, I'm expecting us to go out there, play a bit of decent footy, and maybe get a 1-0 or a 2-1 win. Because that's what it's gone.
Dog out another one.
Fuck it, that's what it's been all season, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
I can't see us getting a clean sheet.
No.
I think Balassi, last time he played us, he was brilliant, wasn't he? He had that game a couple of weeks ago. Was it QPR where he scored the hat-trick or something?
Something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember exactly who. I'm worried about him on Chan, to be honest. If we play Chan right back.
I don't worry about Balassi too much. He's
a complete enigma.
He is a rough diamond of Mark Gonzalez caliber, isn't he? Like he's so much goal right for him, but he'll probably have a world against us now. But
Gale.
Thoughts on well, that's who we want to watch out for. Like anyway, thoughts on I think Liverpool should approach the game. Thoughts on personnel. Thoughts on obviously how you think you feel seeing Steven Gerrard for one last time in front of the Kop. I've already thrown in my score prediction, so I'll go to you, Dan. What do you think?
2-1.
Yeah, Chris.
7-0.
Why the fuck not? Okay, you got a quid on 7-0. Stranger things have happened.
Nah, I think 2-1.
9-0. Let's have a recreate. You know what? For Alan Pardew, 9-0. Just send him back into like a Nam flashback style horror show.
I'm having punching in my Mondo goal team this week.
Punching defo, yeah, absolutely. So there you go. There's our thoughts. There's our score predictions. There's our general reminiscences and stresses and all that stuff laid bare for you. We'll be back, of course, next week and the week after that, and for the summer as well. We will be taking a very short break, but you won't even notice because we're that good. But I say, perfect time. You're probably saturated with Liverpool content at this point. We all are, aren't we? But we're going to plough through for a couple of weeks, get to the end of the season, and then when that's over, we're going to help guide you through the mire of summer transfer rumour bullshit, because there is so much bullshit out there, and we're going to give you a big...
We'll wade through the shit.
We'll wade through the shit, and we'll get it in our mouths and ears for you, so that you don't have to, so we can guide you.
You bought LFC wellies to help you do it.
LFC wellies and galoshes and rubber undies at the ready for summer content, which is going to be phenomenal. Anyway, we've got some brilliant stuff hopefully coming up as well. Which I can't tell you too much about, but it involves a certain number of Liverpool first team players that'll be coming out in the coming weeks as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more Redmen TV goodness. We're answering your questions on RMTV Question Time. We're focusing on transfers on the 1v1 show. Redmen TV, theredmentv.com. Well done, Paul. It's completely free for a month. Go and check it out, and then obviously boss stuff throughout the summer as well. Cheers. Gents, cheers.
And no, seriously though, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just do it.
You probably already subscribed.
No, 50% of our viewers haven't subscribed. They've been checking the analytics. Do it now.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. What else are you going to do? Now. Do it now, we'll wait. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you post-match. We'll be in the normal spot behind the Kop. Come and say a few words about Steven Gerrard and the game as well, which people won't really care about, but Steven Gerrard nonetheless. Post-match, we'll see you there. Ta-ra. Stevie,